His Excellency John Mahama has been in power close to a year now. I think we are in the 11th month. And
if the Parliament of the people of Ghana endorse the bill and vote on it and pass it, and it comes to me as president, I will sign it.
It looks like certain people are still not convinced. And so this is an assurance that
the family is the foundation of our nation. That is our position.
And so we should be rest assured that. And there was this particular man of God who gave the impression like, hey, Mama, are you sure? There's an audit that you will bring to come and audit you. And there's an audit where
there are two kinds of audit. There's a normal audit that you yourself choose your auditor and ask him to come and audit you. And then he audits and presents the report to you. There's that kind of auditor. Then there's the auditor who is asked to come and do a forensic audit.
Me in particular, my question is that I want to know how far with the National Cathedral, because this is some sort of a big hole at that end. And this, looking at the rains and all that, there's stagnant water in there.
Ask them every day in cabinet, I remind them. I say the prosecutions that we are taking against the current government will be tied the first person who brings a scandal to this government.
They need to prove it to us that as elite political people, they need to have that capability of governing the country very accountable, and that they are going to take their time to investigate. And that is why he stated that they are going to do more of the training for the investigators. But His Excellency, you spoke about delay in courts just yesterday at the swearing in of the Chief Justice. Talking of what we saw at the LWAC Sports Stadium recently, the stampede that took away 6 innocent, beautiful, energetic, full of life. This is not something we should even discuss. But then again, the 350 here they used in buying these forms, go and give their money back to them. The President of Ghana, His Excellency John Mahama, has stated it clearly that he's taking Ghana to a certain level where anybody that comes after him would find it very difficult to reverse the gains that they have made.
I said that my mission is to use the mandate Ghanaians have given me to move Ghana to a level where anybody who comes after cannot reverse the gains that we have done.
And if you ask me, this is a very bold statement from His Excellency John Mahama. And clearly, this is an assurance. His Excellency John Mahama has been in power close to a year now. I think we are in the 11th month. And even though we are seeing certain changes in our economy, in the development of Ghana, here and there, we've seen the constructions of roads and all that. But it looks like certain people are still not convinced. And so this is an assurance that let's hope for the best. The better Ghana agenda that we're looking for, His Excellency John Mahama has assured us that he's going to take Ghana to that level that we are looking for. And by doing so, there are certain things that they are going to do, which is very, very important. And this statement was made during the courtesy call by the Christian Council. And a lot of things were addressed, a lot of issues. And a few of them I have taken notes, and I'm going to take my time to address all of them. You know, I've already told you that we are not leaving any story untold, especially the most important ones. If it is very, very important, we'll definitely come here and then report it to you. And so stay informed. I've told you here, it is only the right information that we'll bring to you. As for the misinformation, they forget it. not here on Naa Lartey TV. It's only the truth. Now, the first one that caught our attention is the LGBTQ bill. His Excellency John Mahama has stated it clearly that they've agreed that they are going to relay this bill again in Parliament. And so we should be rest assured that it will go through certain process, which is the debate in Parliament. If there's any amendment or whatsoever, it will be done. And then once they bring it to him to sign that they should pass it, be rest assured that he will do just that.
That the family is the foundation of our nation. That is our position. And so there are no questions or equivocations about what we believe. I believe that we are completely aligned with the Christian Council in terms of your belief. And so we agree with the Speaker to relay the bill and let Parliament, debate it. And if there are any amendments or whatever that have to be done. If the Parliament of the people of Ghana endorse the bill and vote on it and pass it, and it comes to me as president, I will sign it.
And the moment he said it, I saw the clap, I heard the clap. And there was this particular man of God who gave the impression like, hey, Mama, are you sure? Because this thing has been a whole lot of issues before. It looks like the minority is ready this time around. So what is stopping? So this time around, let's see if now that they are going to relay it again, let's see how it is going to be like. Anyways, let me move on to the next part. Now, the next part is about the National Cathedral. We want to see how far this case have been addressed, or how far they have taken this case to. There was some time ago where we had a news that, according to some audits that were made, former President Nana Akufo-Addo was very innocent. No money was spent from this money that was allocated for the National Cathedral. But today, His Excellency John Mahama made a statement like, there's an audit that you will bring to come and audit you. And there's an audit where...
On the issue on the National Cathedral, the National Cathedral Board of Trustees ordered an audit into the accounts of the National Cathedral. The audit was published, and there were some issues that bubbled out of the audit. But there are two kinds of audit. There's a normal audit that you yourself choose your auditor and ask him to come and audit you. And then he audits and presents the report to you. There's that kind of auditor. Then there's the auditor who is asked to come and do a forensic audit. And so we got a copy of the audit that had been commissioned by the Board of Trustees. And as president, I directed that a forensic audit be conducted.
Charlie, the information here is that the opposition members, former President Nana Addo Dankwa and his team, calm down, and that they've ordered for a forensic audit, and they are yet to have the results. According to His Excellency John Mahama, they want to know whatever happened with that money, everything that went on. And if you have followed us, the other time where His Excellency John Mahama met the press, I stated it clearly that me in particular, my question is that I want to know how far with the National Cathedral, because this is some sort of a big hole at that end. And this, looking at the rains and all that, there's stagnant water in there. Because even somewhere last year, we made a story concerning the same National Cathedral where Ralph ended up, Ralph and his people at the time of demonstration and here and there, they ended up there and they told us how this place, there's this big hole over there. And so me, I was very, very much concerned about it, especially when a lot of money have been pushed into this particular hole. But His Excellency John Mahama assured us that after this audit, they get to know whatever it is, they will see what they can do with the National Cathedral. If they will go ahead to do the National Cathedral, it is fine. They will do it beautifully, where they won't invest too much, at least a sizable amount that will fit the place. That is fine. And so let's hope for the best. But I'm also asking that since we are building a cathedral for God, how about the Muslims? Are we going to build a mosque, a big mosque for the Islamic religion to let us know? Because anyways, now let me move on to the third one, which is one big problem we have in Ghana here. And that problem was even associated with the National Cathedral I'm talking about. Is corruption. Corruption, I even spoke about it just in our previous video when the Chief Justice was sworn in. You see, corruption has become a very big problem in this country that I'm wondering how we can solve this. Because but His Excellency John Mahama has a message for us. He stated that we must deal with the corruption that has taken place in this country. And by doing so, we need to do it properly, because they need to assure the people of Ghana that the democracy that we are practicing, we need to have faith in it. And by doing so, they need, as political people, they need to do their things in a way that it will inform us that they are very capable of governing the country very accountably. Yeah, they need to prove it to us that as elite political people, they need to have that capability of governing the country very accountable.
Before I became president, had indicated that we were going to take the fight against corruption to a whole new level. And it's not anything personal against anybody. I have said several times that our problem in the fight against corruption is that it is always post-regime corruption that we fight. And so when a government is in office, when scandals are taking place, they don't deal with them. And so they leave it until a new government comes. And when that government comes and starts investigating the cases of corruption, then the previous government says, oh, you are witch hunting us. This is political persecution. But I've said notice to my ministers, ask them every day in cabinet, I remind them. I say the prosecutions that we're taking against the current government will be tied the first person who brings a scandal to this government.
Whatever you are doing, you need to account to us. Because as they were coming into power, so many comments were made, like the coup here and there, and he has stated it clearly that even the civilian part of it is more dangerous than the military part. And so the public officials, they need to be very careful. And so he has stated it clearly that anybody that he has appointed, if they come out with any scandal, they should be ready. Yeah. And yes. And so stay focused. You are there to serve the people of Ghana. You are not there to chop any money. You are not there to enjoy any benefits entirely. You are there to serve. As you are enjoying, as you're enjoying the privileges, note that you are serving, and so do your work properly. Draw accountability, come and account to us, and you don't account properly. His Excellency John Mahama say, on duty, on duty. And if you ask me once again, I'll say that this is an assurance. We should trust that His Excellency John Mahama will do just that. But the part where I have a problem is where he stated that people come to him complaining of the delay in the orals and all that, which is this same political officials or government officials who we hear that have misused public resources and all that. And like I always say, we don't know how it will go, how far it will go, whether they are guilty or not. But His Excellency John Mahama says that this, you cannot wake up and just go and punish somebody by law just because you think the person is guilty. He says that they won't just rush into it just because the people think this person is guilty or whatever, and that they are going to take their time to investigate. And that is why he stated that they are going to do more of the training for the investigators. But His Excellency, you spoke about delay in courts just yesterday at the swearing in of the Chief Justice. And so please tell your investigators to fasten up with the process, because just as Chief Justice Paul Bafuboni stated at the vetting that someone's plantain, his mother's plantain, was very valuable to her, same way as Ghanaians, our 1 cedi taxes na free and same no is very valuable to us, because already Ghanaians are even suffering. They are crying that the money is not even enough for them. Then they'll come and take one cedi from them again. Then somebody will take one day to misuse it. Please, it is very valuable to us too. And so please, just as you spoke about the delay of cases in court, please, this one too shouldn't delay. And now I'm saying, am I going too much? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, just get some profile Awusa cocoa and drink, because as at now, we don't even know whether they are guilty or not, just as His Excellency John Mahama stated. Because Charlie, on my way money day, I'm wondering, because someone will go and pick someone's plantain, like we are always saying. Yeah, I said to myself that this example, I'm not going to set it again, because like Chief Justice Paul Bafuboni stated, Matiasie, I made up my mind not to use those examples again. But the way they fasten up those processes, even yesterday, His Excellency John Mahama used Swift. The way they fasten up those processes, I'm thinking that they should use that same procedures to fasten up this one too. Because these government officials, they are not above the law. They are not above the law. Ladies and gentlemen, as I'm talking like this, when I finish, I'm going to get some. Let me move on to the final one that I feel it is very, very important we talk about. And as His Excellency John Mahama was talking about it, it hits me so hard. It hits me so hard. And I felt like tearing up. Talking of what we saw at the Elwak Sports Stadium recently, the stampede that took away 6 innocent, beautiful, energetic, full of life Ghanaian citizens. It's so sad. It's so sad. I've heard that they are going to give amnesty recruitment to them. I have already stated it that I don't know how this is going to help matters. His Excellency John Mahama stated it clearly that this is very avoidable. Very avoidable. Yet we made it happen because youth of Ghana are hungry for jobs. And so as they heard this, it sounded like it's either I get it or, but this is so wrong. So wrong. Heads of the Ghana Armed Forces, I don't know. This is not something we should even discuss. This is not something we should even discuss. But then again, you are keeping their money. So 350 or here they use in buying these forms. Go and give their money back to them. Give it back to their families. Eh? Me, I don't even see why we should even take money from them before they are given a job. Maybe pay Juma was mean to cancer. How? Charlie, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, this one is very, very, very sad. Ladies and gentlemen, the name is Naa here on Naa Lartey TV, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.